We are recording. We're back. Everyone's recovered from Christmas and New Year's, I hope.
Ho, ho, ho.
I was about to say something really offensive there, but I caught myself, so...
Well, now you have to say it.
Some about 3 hoes?
Pretty much.
Welcome to Multiple Nerdgasm with your hosts, Matt, Luke, and Dan. Multiple Nerdgasm, your guide to all things nerdy.
No, that's as offensive as I get.
That's true.
These days.
Dan,
you want clips.
That will
Dan, you want to one-up him? Not yet. Maybe later.
All right, can I start off with something that's not in here because I never paste anything in the spreadsheet?
Uh-huh.
But sure. Have you seen the thing about honey?
Yes.
About how that's just finally worked out how that's managed to work and how it's such a big scam?
Yeah.
Why bees make honey?
No, you know the app that you've probably seen a lot of ads for everywhere. You install it, it's the Honey app, and then when you're shopping, it'll pop up and go, hey, I found discount codes for you.
Oh, no,
and
I don't know about this.
It doesn't cost anything. So they finally worked out how... PayPal bought it for like $4 billion.
Yeah.
And it's a free service.
Mm-hmm.
So it's worked out that what's happening is, so if you watch a YouTube channel or anything and you click a link to go buy something, you use the affiliate link, and that the person who you click the link from, they'll get a sort of a bit of a cut, and that's how it works. What Honey does is if you click Honey, no matter whose link you use to get there, it'll change the code to go, no, Honey gets that cut. And so all these YouTubers have been promoting this thing, and it's basically taking money away from them.
Yeah, Linus Tech Tips, MKBHD, all of these people got screwed by this company because they do tech, right? So they'll link to tech products, they'll link to something on Newegg or on Amazon or whatever with their affiliate code, and then they say, install Honey. It'll get you these coupons. Oh, actually, it's worse than that too, because it says it finds the best coupons. It doesn't. It teams up with the seller, and they we'll give you a 10% off coupon, and we'll just only show them that one.
Or sometimes, even if it doesn't find a coupon, it'll still change.
Still does it.
Still change it. That Honey gets the cut.
It steals all the affiliate stuff,
and it also won't get you the best coupon. It'll get you the best coupon that
the store wants you to have.
The store wants you to have. So there could be a better coupon out there, but Honey goes, no, I'm only going to show you this one.
Yeah.
So
it's basically like a scam on a few fronts.
Yes.
But it's, okay, sure.
It's a scam in that it doesn't do what it says it does, and they did not disclose to influencers and to influencers and everybody that's what they were doing. They never told them that.
It sounds like it's ripping them off more than it's ripping off the consumer. Partners more than the consumer is being ripped off.
Sure. Yeah.
But at best, I'm still getting a discount. I'm just not getting perhaps the best.
They're almost
discount.
certainly also harvesting your data and selling it, but, I mean, what isn't these days?
My data's for sale, mate.
Really? How much?
You want some data?
Yeah, shoot me.
I'll give you some data. Yeah.
Hook me up.
What are you willing to pay for it?
You
know what? No, fuck it. We've been friends long enough. I'm going to give you a little bit of free data.
Just a little whiff of data.
A taste. Yeah.
Yeah, so all these YouTubers are putting out videos now about it because the one big channel did a kind of a big thing on it, and then a bunch of channels like MKBHD did a video, a couple of people saying, yeah, it's true, we stopped working with them because they were stealing all our affiliate money. So don't use it, basically.
Yeah, and it seems like don't use it as just a user, because it sounds good on paper, like it's this thing that you just pop up and it'll find you the best thing, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, but it doesn't
do that. I did have it installed, and when it popped up, I'd click on it, never found me anything, but it was always there.
Yeah, right. I'm always skeptical of those things. Like
it's sort of
Rakuten one as well, where you get cash back. It probably does the same thing, actually.
It's like, how do they make money?
Yeah, I always think things sound too good to be true, they probably are.
If you're not paying for it, you're the product.
But like in saying that, I knew it was taking my information and doing something with that. Like I knew that was happening.
we were just saying, yeah.
Is that a quote, Matt, or did you just coin a phrase?
Oh, I definitely did not coin that.
Because that was excellent.
Somewhere.
If you did, take credit for it right now.
Well, you should have known then that it wasn't me, Dan. It should have been quite obvious. That was, no. That's
the thing.
Saying that.
Yeah, okay.
But I just want to start with that because I just found that super interesting. That basically all these YouTubers got paid money from someone to basically so they could steal from them.
Lots of.
I
money
watched
too.
a video on YouTube yesterday. How to detect the red flag in any scam, and it was this guy from the FBI going, there's one thing that big, little, medium scams all are doing that you should keep your eye out for. They're asking you for money.
Right.
Yep. If anyone contacts you out of the blue and they offer and you need to send them money for anything, it's a scam.
No, that's a scam. Yeah.
What if it's my mum?
Oh, does your mum need money? I'll give your mum some money. Oh, fuck, I just got scammed by your mum.
Just send it to me and I'll pass it on to you.
Yeah.
Well, that is one of the scams lately. It's not being your mum, but the one where it's like a.
That's fucking slander. I won't stand for it, Luke.
No, that's the one where
Now
they
send me
message
money.
people, It's hi, it's your son. I've lost my phone. Can you help me out? And it's
I've
like,
heard that.
and that's
My mother-in-law got that this week, and I know because
Really?
she called me in a panic and said, "Are you with Hui right now?" And I'm like, "Yes." She goes, "I just got a text from her, but from a strange number saying that she'd lost her phone." I'm like, "Just delete that, okay? Just delete
Yeah.
it."
I would
but
say.
it shows how
Delete
much
that.
it works.
Yeah, no, it's a multi-bajillion-dollar industry. That's an actual figure, multi-bajillion-dollar.
But the problem
know
is,
the
it's not the
figure.
people who are doing the scamming that are making the money either.
So you're going to say, well, the thing is, it's not the scammers that are the problem; it's the fucking victims. I'm sick of them.
No, but I mean, even the scammers are being exploited in a lot of places as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. In third world
Oh,
countries.
in their employees.
They don't have a
Right,
choice.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Yeah.
they might get like a $50,000.
You didn't say
someone.
that, though. I mean, I assume that's what you
That's
meant.
what I meant.
What you said was that we should also have a bit of sympathy for the scam.
I think we're all victims, aren't we? When we think about it.
You know what? There are fine people on all sides. On all sides.
No, I'm not saying they're fine people, but they are people being exploited who are in a
they are
terrible
people.
position.
Yes.
And they might, and you might have someone who might be able to scam $50,000 from someone. They don't get that money directly. Their bosses take that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They get a very small amount of it.
Yeah. And even with some of there's human trafficking involved with some of these scam places where they'll ship people over the border and go, "You now work here. This is your
At
job."
Diddy's house.
Yeah. Or a fish and chip shop. That happens too.
Yep.
It's horrible
Not in
people
America
everywhere.
though. No
I mean,
illegals
if you're
there
going to
anymore.
if you imagine you got human trafficked, you got kidnapped, fucking backpacking in the Ukraine or whatever, and you're like, fuck me, like I'm going to get fucking
put you in a
taken
fish and
and
chip
raped, and then I'm like, suddenly I'm working in a fish and chip shop. You're like, this isn't so bad.
Could be worse. Could be worse. It is at gunpoint, but it could be worse.
Yeah, but do you want to scallop? Yeah, there you
But
go.
also, is it maybe a little bit insulting?
To the Ukrainians?
Like,
No one
we
wanted
don't
to
think
fuck
you're
you,
attractive enough to work here,
Oh.
so we're going to let you work in a fish and chip shop.
Mate, if that's the reason, fine.
So what you're saying, Luke, is that the people that work in fish and chip shops aren't attractive enough to be prostitutes.
I'm not saying that. The
Remember
human
earlier in this
traffickers
episode
are
where
the
Luke
ones.
said he never said anything controversial?
Yeah.
It's the human traffickers that are making that
Yeah, I
decision,
don't remember
not
that
me.
scene in Taken where Liam Neeson is like, whatever fish and chip shop you're in, I'll find you.
And I think we can all agree, in a lot of cases, the human traffickers are the victims too. Anyway,
Oh, yeah, I don't think I can even come up with anything to slightly defend them.
all right.
And I wasn't defending scammers as well. They are the scum of the earth, but...
We took a brief break last week because Dan and I were both
'Cause of the-
not available.
Birth of our Lord. Oh, yeah.
couple
right.
of the members have lives.
That's right. Well,
Don't talk about my member.
I did also. It was odd because I wasn't available because I was away, but I did have spare time over the last couple of weeks as a result of the holidays, and I finished a game.
Cool. What did you finish?
I finished Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
I'm still stuck on that bug. How was the ending? Like, did it still...
I don't think it's a bug, Luke. I think you're just shit at it.
What's the bug? Where's the bug?
Games. I'm in this temple thing, and I have to jump across this just ravine and catch a branch to climb up. And I just can't catch it. It just keeps falling.
Where?
It's in the third act. I'm in the jungle.
You can give spoilers.
Oh, God.
I'm just stuck there.
You've got... So you don't even... Okay, all right. Well, I have to be careful what I say then, I think. Unless you guys...
Remember, no spoilers.
No, because you do. You need to know. You need... I don't know.
You need to not know.
It's neat. You don't know what you... You don't know what you don't know.
I still love the game. Like, even the cutscenes. Like, remember when I said,
great.
Like, when you get to the ship, like, that's in the Himalayas and snow, and there's that long cutscene.
Yes.
That cutscene
There's
is
more of
so
that.
Indiana Jones.
There's more of that too, yeah. At first I was like, I'm not even playing, and then I was like, well, actually, it's fine. I'm enjoying this anyway.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's more of that. There's like
any this week. I've been out of the country, but I'm looking forward to getting
So there's
back
bits
into
where
it.
I was thinking, I could be playing this, but it's fine. Like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I finished the main storyline. I'm now going back and kind of doing more stuff because so you can continue afterwards.
You can do that,
It's
which is
not
good.
Really a spoiler. Yeah.
I like that. Well, I know he wasn't going to die at the end.
Yeah. Yes. And then you can go back and do other things, and there was some stuff that's like, I do want to do that. So so I've gone back and I've been cleaning up in the Vatican and Giza at the moment.
Very jealous. You know, you're currently ranked number 3 on my friends list for achievements.
I'm number 3 on your friends list.
I was going to say,
For achievements this
you're
month.
his
Thanks,
third
Luke.
best friend.
Yeah, I was going to say, out of the 2 friends he's got here,
You're number 3.
I'm third.
You have got 140 gamer score this month.
Yeah. I did notice, actually, you'll be proud of me. I checked True Achievements because I wanted to see something, and I noticed that I had more achievements in it than you. I didn't realize that's because you couldn't actually play it.
I've got a game-breaking bug.
That sucks, dude.
And I don't know what to do. Like, I've shut down, restarted multiple times, and it just won't do it. And I don't want
Sometimes
to...
when there's a bug for you, there's just always a bug for you. The Bluey game, I wanted to have that. I wanted to play that with Harper. And the home screen where it says press A to start, pressing A does nothing, right?
Oh.
And I've uninstalled, reinstalled, done everything.
I know how to fix that.
Do you? Go.
Oh.
Yes, I actually had this issue.
Because
You
I went
need
to Reddit and there's a ton of people going, what are you guys talking about? There is no game.
You need to update your controller.
Controller?
Oh.
Yes, the
How do you
controller
update a
needs a
controller?
driver update.
How do you do that?
Normally,
I don't know how to
it'll
do
automatically go, hey, your controller needs an update. But I've had an issue where it hasn't, and I had that same issue. And you go into settings, you look at the controller, and it'll go update. And you just see update, and it'll do an update in the controller, and then it'll work.
Oh,
Because I've had
And in
that
the
bug
patch
before.
notes it says now the A button works with Bluey.
yeah.
And it won't be like, because I've had that exact same thing happen with games where I'm pushing it, nothing's working. I've uninstalled, reinstalled. The A button works everywhere else to open the game, but it just won't work in the game, and that's how you fix that.
Huh. There you go. All right. Great.
Maybe I should go on Reddit.
Maybe.
You should. Yeah. Because it was just a bunch of angry middle-aged men who couldn't play Bluey.
Well, anyway, I won't say any more because you guys should keep playing it. But
Yes,
Great
no, I
Circle, fucking great game.
might give it another try
really,
tomorrow.
really
This
enjoyed the
coming
story.
week, so-
It's still got some surprises coming for you, Luke.
Oh.
It's good.
I'm interested about that because I thought it was sort of getting on the downhill, but I'm interested in more surprises coming.
No.
Such a great game. It just
I was
I
like,
don't know, it's grew on
that's
me.
where this is going. It's good. Yeah, very Indiana Jones. And I like the good villains. It's so much more Indiana Jones than the last 2 movies.
Yes.
Both the last 2 movies, because it's like, what do you call it? Like Christian mythology, with he's got the Nephilim
Yes.
and you've got all this stuff going on.
yeah.
It's like they didn't have that so much in the in the recent movies.
Oh, they didn't have that in the Alien one, Matt.
That's what I'm saying. The last two, yeah. Wait,
well, they had to keep pointing out how
All the
old
time
you-
travel.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like this one's got that. Like it's the flavor's great. I mean, it didn't happen in Temple of Doom either. I suppose there's still like a religious artifact though.
But it wasn't as over the top as an Alien and time travel.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, and yes, the cutscenes, the acting's very good. The villains are good. The Voss is a good Indiana Jones villain. He's a good. He's a
fucking creep, and I'm not
I
even that
hesitate
far
to
in.
say he's a good Nazi. He's a good Nazi character, is what I mean to say.
And you're definitely in a position to judge if someone's a good or a bad Nazi.
I've watched a lot of Indiana Jones and Nazi content. Oh, I was having a big Nazi content thing the other week by accident. Forgot
By
about
accident.
that. Yeah. I was like, oh, I stopped. No, I didn't. I've been playing Indiana Jones.
And there's lots of Nazis to be punching in that.
There's a lot of Nazis there, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, loved it.
I actually will admit I kind of forgot about it, but now I do want to go back to it. And I didn't forget about it because I was enjoying it. Forgot about it because I couldn't do anything with it.
The thing is, I love it despite the fact that it's clunky and fucking annoying a lot of the time, too. That's
Imagine
how-
if it was actually a good game as well.
that's how much it just feels like I'm playing Indiana Jones. I will put up with the punching and the nonsense, like the clunkiness, and there have been bugs for sure. Like, but I'll put up with it because it just feels like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guarantee you they're going to be making a sequel.
I would say,
way
is
they're
it going to?
not.
I hope there's DLC. Like, I want more of it. I haven't felt that way about a game in ages. Even when I fucking loved Alan Wake 2, but when I was finished, I was like, oh, I need a break.
Yes.
Whereas this, I'm like, I want more. I want more Indiana Jones. Oh yeah, the other thing I noticed is that obviously Temple of Doom is what I associate Indiana Jones with the most, because despite the fact that this has very little to do with Temple of Doom directly, the music that is always stuck in my head is the music from Temple of Doom.
Dum 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 dum.
The fucking which.
Sorry, I've ruined it.
You've
by humming
replaced
something
it.
else.
You've replaced it. Yeah.
As a
Constantly. I
movie,
finished playing the game. I'm like, that's not
That's
in the,
the
game.
best one.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom. Like, it's just
I think
best
so.
music, best cinematography, best everything. Just, but it's not the best Indiana Jones, but just as a movie on its own.
Yeah, I
it's
like
the
it.
best.
And I think it's the one I remember watching the most as a kid. I think I had it on
I think I'm
VHS.
the
I know the one
first.
that was played on television the most was The Last Crusade.
Yeah, right. That makes sense. That came out. When I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, I think we also witnessed the release of that.
Yeah. That's Spielberg releasing it.
Yeah.
Great movie.
You know what used to
Anyway.
really confuse me when I was a kid was when Indy and Willie are having that back and forth about I'm not going to fuck you if you don't come to my room, right?
Yeah.
Which went over my head as a kid. Like I
Same.
really didn't understand that argument to begin with. But the thing that really confused me was that he then gets fucking attacked by a guard in his room. Then he goes into her room to like fight her guard, but there isn't one, right? So he's looking around the room for the attacker, and he's saying there's no one here.
And she thinks
And when I
she's
was
invisible.
a kid, but when I was a kid, I really thought, why can't he see her? Like, why? Like,
right.
And she says just like, why won't you fuck me?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, there's no one here.
He's going to push on the boobs of this statue.
Yeah.
Since no one's around to see me.
Great movie. Potentially a bit racist, but good.
Yeah.
I don't say potentially. I'm
Something-
sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't intend to be, though. And
No, I don't think so. In ways I wouldn't even notice,
Matter.
even if I wasn't thinking about it, because I'm so familiar with it.
Yeah.
But if someone pointed things out in it, I'm sure I'd go, well, actually, it's the same guy, the big Nazi guy from Raiders is the big
the
Indian
blackface.
guy in
Yeah,
blackface.
yeah.
So
That is
that's
racist. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
not okay. But
think
I wouldn't know that because he just looks like that to me. Because that's what he looked like as a kid. That man just looks like that in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's probably obvious to people who haven't seen it before.
Because what is that? That's like 85 or something, right? Like when you when you think of blackface in movies, you think of like the 1940s, maybe maximum. You don't think about movies from the 80s still blackfacing people.
Well, they're still doing it in the 90s.
Yeah, true.
Like,
and I feel
still...
like I don't know. Usually, I think you can tell, right? But what I mean is because I'm so familiar with that movie. Yeah, I don't know that I would even notice. Well, I didn't notice until I read it, and so they said that's the same actor, and I was like,
same.
Oh my god, of course it is. But but as a kid,
and I know it often gets cited as racism that they're eating bizarre foods, which I understand. But then at the same time, if you had an Australian movie and all they ate was emu and Vegemite, like I wouldn't be offended, you know. Like,
sure. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And when I do travel, I do eat strange foods.
Yeah.
Well, it's not strange there. It's just
Luke seeks out the strangest of foods.
Can we have some other? There's some other racism news.
Oh, good.
And I want to see if you guys notice this. So can you click on the link? Cell 25. Is this ad racist? Right, and just scroll, don't read anything. Just scroll down to the picture. Don't read anything. Just look at the picture.
Just looking at the picture.
Luke, tell me what you see.
Okay, I'm seeing. I don't know. It looks like someone's wedding.
Mm-hmm. It's an ad for spaghetti sauce, by the way. But that's incidental.
Everyone's looking at the bride who's eating spaghetti, and she's dropped some spaghetti on her white dress. Spaghetti. Spider-Man. But she's dripped some on her white dress.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's none of that. Talk about the races.
Yeah, okay. Why? So it's a mixed race.
It's a mixed race marriage.
Mm-hmm. That's not it. That's not why people are angry. You didn't see
ginger?
it. I didn't see it either. What's missing? The black girl has no dad.
No. Okay. Sure.
Oh.
Well, in shot.
Okay.
People are saying that this ad perpetuates the stereotype that
the father
black men
leaves.
are absentee fathers. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Did not even cross my mind.
Neither. And I looked at this for a long time.
It's just I'm just not used to seeing black women with dads. You know.
Yeah. Why would he be there? Why would he be there? He went out for a pack of smokes 30 years ago.
Yeah, okay. I hadn't thought of that, but that's fair enough.
But
as
over my head.
One of you pointed out, like perhaps he's just sitting to the left of that woman, and he's just not included in this photo, but he's there in spirit.
And I see someone's pointing out in the later comments, not that they probably should have thought of this anyway, but someone's saying that the ad, it's a series of ads, a campaign, and in every picture there are 5 people.
Yes.
Right.
Which presumably was a decision made. It's,
so that there can be one in the middle. Right,
correct.
So that there's symmetry. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so it's unfortunate they've made the decision to exclude her father
on this particular one.
On this particular one.
So they had to just change it and shifted the camera over a little bit to the right. It cut out.
Yes. Yeah. So there's one that's got 5 nuns. There's one that's got 5 hippies. There's a mum with 4 kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously black as well, I guess.
I'm going to check now. No, but I'm going to check. No, they're all white. I was like, do they mix them up?
Where's the father there?
Yeah, 3 white kids and 1 suspicious black kid.
They did, I did kids shows now, they do. And I was curious about, again, I didn't notice it at first, but I was watching, you've seen Dino Ranch? Lyra loves Dino Ranch.
Yes,
and the 3 kids, right? There's a Mexican
it's a Benetton
kid.
ad.
A Chinese kid and a white kid with the same parents, a white dad and a black mum. And at first I was just like, whatever, it's a kid's show and whatever. making sure everybody's
They're
got
just inclusive,
not
being
every-
inclusive.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever. But they're adopted.
Oh, right. They're all
it-
adopted.
It just gets mentioned at some point, and I was like,
Okay.
"Oh, all right,
There you go.
fair enough."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I understand why I do that. It's just nice for kids to be able to see themselves reflected instead of always being. I get
Yes.
that, and that's why I
Yeah.
think a lot of kids shows they actually go with not human characters; they go with animals because they're just animals. You don't need to
You
worry
can't
about.
protect.
Yeah, good point. You don't have to answer any stupid questions about it.
Yep.
Yeah. 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 Why does the goose not have a dad?
And since when do Heinz make pasta sauce? Is that a thing? I mean, that's obviously
yeah,
that was on the London Tube, so I guess
Maybe
in
it's
England
a
they do.
big push now. Maybe this is new.
Yeah.
No, it says now in family size. It's just the size of the bottle.
I noticed there was a London train station, so
Yes.
Yeah.
maybe it's an English thing.
I've been at that train station.
Vauxhall.
Yep. No, I made a mistake. Sorry, I've been to the Vauxhall.
Oh,
It's not there anymore. Did you know that?
Oh no, where's it? Is it gone now?
Yeah, I drove past that
Oh.
old building when I'm driving to my sister's house.
The Vauxhall, for people who don't know, was a pretty seedy strip club in Parramatta.
It was the worst.
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'm going to go with. I don't think it's intentionally racist, the ad.
No.
But I guess these things happen, and maybe accidentally they've touched a nerve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've revealed something that people have been feeling. Perfectly valid.
I actually got a shock. I thought it might have been that people were upset about a mixed race marriage or something. Which I still,
a certain contingent probably are, but who cares about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen that that ad? I can't remember who put it out, but it's a piece of white bread and a piece of brown bread, and they've like cut a chunk out of the white bread and the same size. It's like with a cookie cutter, like a star or something,
Sure.
out of the white bread and out of the brown bread, and swapped a bit, right?
Okay.
And then there's that, and then next to it's a picture of a white woman and a black man, and
And they've got
their two
chunks
kids.
punched out of it.
And it said you wouldn't do this to your bread. Why do it to your family?
oh,
And
what?
yeah,
Yes, I agree. We should be
Jesus
cutting
Christ.
the guts out of people, especially if they're your family.
Is that what they meant? I don't think so.
No?
Where is this? Is
but
this
all
an ad?
when I saw it, I saved it. Well, I saved it once because not an
so
ad
you can
for a
show to
product,
people
I mean.
and say, "What are you doing, mate?"
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
No,
what's
because
the
I
product?
saved it because I was like, I would do that to my bread. I never thought of it before, but that looks fucking
Yeah.
excellent.
Sorry, I only
it
eat
reminded me of
I only eat
something.
white bread.
Reminded you of
Well,
Indiana
see,
Jones. I think.
You should do what? Oh well, no. It reminded me of Mark Corrigan because from Peep Show, because
sure.
he eats for breakfast every morning 2 pieces of toast, one white and one brown, and he eats the brown first
Oh.
because the white one's the pudding.
Yes.
Like it's the main meal and dessert.
Gotcha.
I'm still watching Peep Show. I'm in season 7 or 8 now. I'm going to be so disappointed when this ends because
You've only got one more season.
just
Season
my-
9 is it.
nightly chuckles. It is so good. I'd forgotten how good it was, and I don't know how they do it, but every season is just as funny. Like it's not tapered off
Yeah.
one fucking bit.
I signed up for BritBox because at Christmas we watched Muppet Christmas Carol with Lyra, and then she went to
I
bed.
thought you were saying
and
with Tim Curry. Yeah, no, with Lyra.
with Tim Curry, he came round. We wheeled him in, and we said,
Yeah.
"You're watching this, mate."
Yeah.
And he said, and then we wanted to watch Blackadder's Christmas Carol for
Oh, yeah.
us,
Yes.
and I couldn't find it. Although I've just realised I probably could have found it if I wanted to, but I saw it was on
Anyway.
BritBox, and I saw they had a sale. You could buy a year's membership for $50, and I was
Oh,
like,
wow. That's good.
Yep.
There is
Done.
so much stuff on there that I will watch. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the Blackadder box set would be $50. So
Yes, and
you know.
it's because I know Ludwig is going to be on there, which
Oh,
also I
yes,
guess I could obtain.
Ludwig is
But you know,
excellent.
now I have
know,
a
it's great.
legit way to watch it.
Now you just have to remember it's there.
Yeah. So we've been watching.
Just watching 9 out of 10 cats every
9 out of
day.
10 cats is on there, and or 8 out of 10 cats. There's
8 out of
both,
10.
right?
8 out of 10 cats.
I
Yeah.
think there's a. Anyway,
Oh, you guys haven't seen the sequel? Oh,
because Oh, and Would I Lie to You was on there, which is possibly my favourite show ever. And then when we were in Vermont with the family, because I just had it on the brain, because I'd seen it in there again, I was putting on Would I Lie to You, and now they all love it too.
So,
excellent.
That's good. Man, that episode that you always quote, Matt, the wedding episode, that definitely is the best episode.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Piss myself? Stop pissing myself. Make up your mind.
It's such a funny show.
I also love the episode where there's just so many funny bits in the one episode where Jez's mum is now dating a World War II vet, and Mark fucking loves him, and Mark wants to write his biography. Yeah, and Mark gets raped by his daughter, and Jeremy has a gun that they call Gunny, and they're just casually, why is Gunny here? It's so fucking good. It's so funny.
What's the one where he falls in love with his boss? Johnson? Is Johnson his boss?
Yeah.
Johnson. Yeah.
That's
I am.
And he's trying to work out if he's gay or not.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm gay now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking great show.
Well, maybe I want to watch that again. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Do it. It's
I definitely
only
do.
months,
Yeah.
but
It's got. I'm sure it's on BritBox. So this episode is not brought to you by BritBox. I just got it and I like it.
unless they want it to be brought to them, to you by them,
fine.
we're happy.
This episode is brought to you by Honey. It's not.
take
Don't
their
spill
money.
honey.
I was laughing at that a lot this week.
No.
The other thing that I was laughing at this week, my fucking daughter, we were out on an escalator.
laughing at my daughter.
In a mall.
You stupid.
She is very funny, but this woman stepped onto the escalator in front of us, and she was a relatively
Larger.
obese woman to begin with.
Sure. To begin with, she got fatter as we went
But-
up.
Fatter on it.
Well, she got fatter in the middle, that's for sure.
Okay.
Her hips were about 1 meter wide. Like it was even for her large frame, it was disproportionately large, right?
Okay.
And I'd obviously seen it.
You've spotted it.
obviously seen it. And
Kids
obviously
don't have a
neither of us
filter.
said anything. And my daughter just goes, "Wow, big bum."
Yeah, there's
That's
no
great.
filter there.
She didn't react,
Kids.
but there's no way she didn't hear it. Like,
But what can she do? Like,
yeah. I mean,
Diet,
she's very
that's
aware
what she
she's
can
got a
do.
big bum. Well, here's the thing, Matt. I don't even think it was that. There's got to be
Yeah.
bones. They're making
Yeah,
those
yeah.
hips that wide.
No,
I don't know. Elephantitis of the arse, mate.
elephant asses.
I'm not.
That's the name of
making
this
that.
episode.
No, it's not, and I'm not doing a thumbnail. There was this great moment though years ago. You know Typo, the shop Typo. Look, you
Yes.
know it. They have it here. I don't know, Matt, if they've
Yeah, no, I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
novelty gifts and stuff. I
Yeah,
guess.
They don't
it's
have it
just
here, but I know
generic
what it is.
crap. There's not
I know
really
from being there.
a
Why didn't you go to
first
the
opened,
whites
it was
only
quite
Typo
good,
at some
but-
point, Dan?
It was Kiki K.
Kiki K, okay.
But yeah, whites only. You, sir, you might prefer to shop at our whites only store. tell me more. No, there was the adult colouring books, not adult, just not for kids. But there was one called the Big Ass Colouring Book, right?
Right.
And I walked past Typo, and there was a woman flicking through it, and she just had a really big ass, and it was just really funny. I wish I'd had a camera.
Yeah. You've always got a camera with you, don't you? Your phone?
Oh, true.
You just got to have the nerve
no.
to take photos of random people,
Yeah,
which
and
I
and
don't
then
have.
hope you don't
And
have
then
the
go up to her
sound
and
where
go,
it goes click.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
had
want
to
to
take a picture
clarify.
with you.
I wasn't
You've
trying
got
to,
a really big
perv on
ass
you or
and you're
anything.
reading
Yeah,
the big ass colouring book.
it's nothing sexual.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would
Obviously.
go there. Don't get me wrong. I would go there.
Now, I also didn't see. Did you also watch Off Duty?
Yes.
What
did.
did you think?
Very funny. Very funny.
Yeah.
Like in the Ninja Turtles one where he's in the Foot Clan.
Oh,
and he was
that
like,
thing.
and then like it was all good, and then they started talking about the turtles, and they really lost me. And evidently, our boss got bitten by a rat in Japan, and then that rat came to America, and so he came to America to find the rat, and it just so happened that rat got mutated, but he didn't know that when he came here.
I just love it, and I hope he does more.
Because in the movie,
I really do.
Yeah, there's only a couple, but you can see the potential. He should start doing what. Do you guys watch Pitch Meeting? You should watch.
Yeah,
no, I've seen
some
of them come up.
Every new movie but he must have pre-sale tickets because he drops them the day the movie's released, right? When the hype is big. So this guy could start doing that with these if he played his cards.
Well, I think it actually works with the older movies that we sort of grew up because
you don't think about those things.
Insanity
think about those characters and also seeing it from a different point of view, like especially with the Peter Pan one where and then he took them away. We can leave.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because there's. I mean, I now will point out the insanity in films in a way that we just didn't as kids, in particular.
Yeah. I did think, but I was annoyed when we were kids and we watched the Ninja Turtles movie that they'd swapped it because in the cartoon he was a human that got merged with a rat, not the other way around. It didn't make sense that it was a rat was his enemy and he learned kung fu as a rat.
As a little stop motion rat.
But what I didn't think of was that fucking Shredder got scratched by a rat. Then somehow knew that rat had moved to America. So he moved to America and then somehow managed to track down that rat.
Yeah, great movie.
It's Sam Rockwell who goes regular or menthol.
I don't know if I can watch it again. I don't think it's a movie that stands up. I don't know if it does.
Oh, I can't imagine it would be.
Yeah.
Barely stood up at the time.
I'm just going to have fond memories of it and just leave it at that.
I'll be honest, a lot of it irritated me even as a kid. I hated that Raphael was on the outs with them the whole time, that they weren't the proper team. I don't know, Casey Jones just wasn't right.
Casey Jones was very wrong.
It's a guy
and he was my
favourite.
Right? Yeah.
The Foot Clan were actually humans now, not robots.
Yeah. I don't know why they did. You know what? It's got to do with it must. The two guys that wrote the comic split up, hate each other, and each of them own rights to separate things. So it must be that some of the stuff had to be changed because the other guy came up with it.
But then there's also the time where they just changed a lot of shit because who cares?
True.
Super Mario Brothers.
Super Mario Brothers.
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, like there was nothing to do with any of those games.
They just buy the name rights.
In my head, Masters of the Universe is a good movie. I really liked it as a kid. I really liked it.
It's not.
Isn't. Maybe I should. No, maybe I should never watch it again.
You know who's fucking great in it though is
Courtney Cox,
Frank Langella as Skeletor.
Oh, as Skeletor. Yeah.
You know who's not good in it? Dolph Lundgren as He-Man.
He was.
No, Courtney Cox is fine.
Yeah, the Courtney Cox, but Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. No, that didn't work.
No.
Well,
guys, watch the fucking new animated He-Man, the Kevin Smith written one.
Oh, I'm not going to do that.
It's so good. Oh,
I don't have time for things like that.
Fair enough.
No, I thought that
it is legit adult sword and sorcery. Like it's just fucking great. He-Man and fucking Skeletor battle to the death in the first scene of the first episode, and are both destroyed by powerful magic. Therefore, magic gets banned. These cults worship machinery instead of magic. Fucking Teela goes on a fucking quest by herself. She's voiced by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Fucking Man-at-Arms, it has to tell the king and queen that their son is dead because He-Man's dead, and they're like, you fucking knew our son was He-Man this whole fucking time and you didn't tell us. Like, it's so good.
Maybe I do need to watch this.
It's so good,
sounds
Luke.
alright.
If Matt's not going to watch it, fuck him. You should watch it.
That does sound pretty good. I watched this week, H. Bomber Guy did a video ages ago, and I might have talked about this before, about the Transformers movie and how
the Michael Bay one? Or
no,
the animated
80s one.
With
the animated one. Yes, correct. Because back in the 80s, Transformers was literally just a toy commercial.
Yeah.
And then at some point they were like, "Oh, we'll make a movie. We'll cash in on this." And nobody thought about the fact that kids loved these characters because they were just it was just trash to the like they didn't think it was just nonsense. Like and then so the movie came out. In the movie, the opening scene of the movie, all the fucking main characters from the show get murdered. in a world where people didn't die before, you get blown up and they put you back together. Nothing mattered in the cartoon, and then these kids go see this movie where not only are they all literally murdering each other in the first 5 minutes, all the characters you watched on the show die. Like Optimus Prime fucking dies, dead. Like, and then this thing from deep space that just eats. It's not fucking evil.
Cosmic horror.
It's this fucking existential, nihilistic fucking.
It's the nothing.
It just eats everything, and then the whole thing about how parents took their kids to see it and were like, "The fuck."
Yeah, who wrote and directed that? Now that I think of it,
and because there's an interview with one of the producers, someone from Hasbro or something, and they said like, "Did you know that this was going to be controversial?" And he's like, "No." We were just like, we'll kill off those. We'll get rid of those toys and we'll make a bunch of new ones, and the kids will buy the new ones.
How do we stop them buying these ones? Well, just kill them. We'll fucking murder them.
But I don't know, because when I grew up and I saw that, I loved it. I didn't think, they're being murdered. I thought this was awesome.
Yeah, same. But, yeah.
And I think we were at the age where we were the target audience for that, were we not?
But I just think it's interesting that, like, I mean, clearly somebody wrote that and knew the themes were in there. Surely, right?
Yeah. Well,
because it's basically like a big, does anything matter kind of story. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
But they made it. The whole big part of it is they just killed off Optimus Prime at the start. They made a big thing like he's dead, not coming back, and he does future, but.
Yeah, not in this movie.
Not in this movie. They made a point of, no, he is dead, not coming back.
Dead.
Yeah.
And
then Rodimus Prime takes over. No, Rodimus Prime doesn't.
He does. Ultra Magnus does, but Ultra Magnus does. Killed.
Because Rodimus Prime is Hot Rod.
Because Ultra Magnus is fucking terrible. He does everything wrong, and then he dies.
Give it to Hot Rod.
I'll just remind you that in the recent adaptations of the Transformers movies, at least in the one that we saw in America, Matt, one of the characters sits in an alley and tries to hide himself with a hood.
Megatron. Homeless Megatron.
But it sort of annoys me that they combined Hot Rod and Bumblebee to make Bumblebee in the new movies.
Yeah.
Because he is just a combination of both.
But I think kids now would not recognise a Volkswagen Beetle if they saw it.
No.
You just don't see them anymore.
Or Hot Rod, which is just a car.
Yeah.
That looked
with a wing on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Hot Rod was my favourite.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
But then he just got turned into Rodimus Prime. By Orson Welles. No, actually, no, by the Creation Matrix.
Yes.
No, it wasn't called the Creation Matrix. It was called the Matrix of Leadership. The Matrix of Leadership. Yeah.
Because he was the better choice.
Which didn't exist in the cartoon either.
No.
Came out of nowhere.
In the cartoon, were they robots, humanoid robots, who disguised themselves as trucks?
Yes.
Or were they trucks that
they're
took
fleeing
on human
Cybertron.
form?
They're fleeing Cybertron in the Ark, which is their ship. It crashes on Earth.
And Matt says he doesn't have time for He-Man. Fuck you, Matt.
I've spent my time with Transformers.
Go ahead.
I read the comics, man. They crash on Earth. The Ark scans the planet and says, okay, I'll make it so you guys can turn into stuff that you'll be able to blend in.
Yeah.
That's why.
Because
what form were they in when they arrived?
All the Autobots,
robots.
They were in their robot form, but they were all sort of unconscious at the time. So the Ark went and scanned and went, "You're going to be this, you're going to be that."
Yeah, and I think they do transform on Cybertron.
Yes,
but just not into Earth stuff.
No.
So
but still slightly the same forms that they take on Earth.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you've got to use the parts you've got, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the movie, they don't look at all like what they do. In the very first movie, when they crash to Earth, they just look like robot aliens. Yeah, and then they get changed into looking like what we know them as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they make friends with a small boy.
And his name is Shia LaBeouf.
But he died in Vietnam.
Yes. And we've never seen him again.
Right, we have a lot of stuff in the spreadsheet.
There's
and
a
we have
lot.
not
Someone's
gotten too
been
much
busy.
of it. We've been fucking around.
I'll just take this opportunity. Look, I guess that the after party today is going to be made up just of Geeks of the Week because there's something like 9 candidates.
So many.
But listeners, if you're not a subscriber on Patreon, last 2 weeks, well, 2 episodes after parties have been so funny. I was in tears of laughter just recording them and then listening back. It was so good. You're missing out. So, I mean, I'm not promising that today's will be as funny as last week's, but
get last 2 weeks, and you can still listen to them because they're still there. You don't just
that's
get...
right. Yeah,
from when you
exactly
join up,
right.
you get everything.
Patreon.com/multiple nerdgasm.
I can't even remember what we were talking about, but I just remember it was very, very funny.
There's the Pornhub thing.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And that
Oh,
was
Jesus.
very
All right.
funny. But there was one thing last time.
There's been a few times I've been in tears.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember the Pornhub thing where we're talking about how all morals have changed because now it's all sort of wives and they're
Trad
moving
wife.
away.
Yeah.
Trad wife.
Mormon threesomes.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is actually very vanilla for a Mormon. Only 2 of your wives?
So I've got some follow-up. We have talked before about how Harrison Ford is...
We might have
Going
even
to-
used this example as a joke.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. He is going to return to all the roles that made him famous, kill off those characters, and then he can finally die.
In real life, yeah.
And they have... I mean, I believe this is happening. There's certainly been articles written about it this week. Harrison Ford will be returning in Air Force 1 2. And presumably his character, the former president,
He's now
at this
just
point,
he's just come on a visit on the plane again
and
as
he
a
will
guest this time.
presumably die in this movie because that's his thing now.
Yeah.
Although
Like,
Indiana Jones didn't die. Spoilers.
No.
I still.
I mean,
got a
he will
shock-
die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I did get a shock at the end of Indiana Jones when he didn't stay in the past. I thought
New
that's
ending.
what was
He wanted
reshoot,
to.
like a-
Guarantee it. Guarantee that's a reshoot.
Do you think the reshoot was that? Or
Can you drag an unconscious person onto a plane? No. And I
Yeah.
don't mean the plane, the little biplane before she flew back. I mean, when they got back to the present day, how did she get him back to America?
Yeah, see, I was wondering if the reshoot was the whole ending because I thought that went very... I wasn't expecting it to go that way, you know?
Oh, same.
Anyway. But then there were all those rumors about them shooting with the, the Greek warriors and stuff early on. So
Oh, yeah.
maybe not. But anyway, so he's
Got some
coming
Greek
back.
news later.
Okay, but
It's your
Yeah,
news.
he's coming back to do Air Force One sequel.
And they're not calling it Air Force 2?
Hopefully
That'd be
they are. But
too obvious.
Air Force 2 is what the
It's
vice
the
president.
vice president flies on.
Yeah.
Is that correct, or is that just...
I think so.
I don't understand. Like, are they doing it that it's going to be another hijack in a plane, or is it just his character now in retirement doing work somewhere else? Because I don't know. For me, the whole movie was about the plane type of thing, and if
Right.
it's not another
Yeah.
hijacked plane. It's weird.
It is
Like,
Air
Look,
Force 2.
Speed 2, Under Siege 2, Die Hard 2. You just make the same movie on a different vehicle.
exactly. So that he needs to be hijacked somewhere.
I mean, Air Force 2 is the vice president. The whatever
is,
plane
right.
the vice president is in is referred to as Air Force 2. So maybe he'll be traveling with the vice president or something.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to the movies to see it, but I'll watch it.
You've been told, studio,
Yeah.
whoever you are.
Right.
To me, this is not a go to the movies movie.
See, it probably is actually that the kind of movie you want to see at the movies. If this was the past, if this was the 90s, we'd be
definitely.
like, dude, Friday night we are going to see this, you know.
Yeah.
But
But now, no, it's got to be very It's going to be something to get me to go.
Yeah, I want to see Nosferatu. I don't know if I'll go to that. I don't know if I'll have a chance, but
I want to see that too. I thought I
Robert
had a
Eggers
screener,
hasn't dropped
but
the
I
ball
don't.
yet. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
not a
award
screener.
season's
It's
coming,
just a
so-
little video of clips. And I'm like, well, I don't want to watch
Right.
that. I want to watch the movie.
Yeah, what do they call that? An EPK? Electronic Press Kit?
Yeah. I got one of those. I was like, oh, Nosferatu, I'll watch that. And then I was like, oh.
Still a keepsake if it's in a cool package.
Yeah, we're starting to get stuff. I've got some stuff there. If I get anything cool, I'll let you know. Nothing cool so far. Just
No one worth voting for.
things are on Blu-ray now, which is nice.
Ooh.
Giving away Blu-rays. That's where we are now.
Yeah. Used to just be DVD. I'd be like, ugh. I guess I'll watch
Well,
it.
speaking of expensive things, I mean, I know that Zao, the publisher of Disco Elysium, are just in big trouble financially, but I didn't know they were in this much trouble. And I don't know whether they expect people to jump on board this, but you know the plastic bag from Disco Elysium that you put shit in as you walk around?
Yeah.
You can now buy a replica of that for €159.
So sorry, what?
Now, I assume this is actually made of
Yeah.
nylon or like something, but it looks
Not-
like a fucking garbage bag.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It
I'm
certainly
looking
does
at it
look like a
now.
garbage bag.
I know it's not an actual plastic bag, but it doesn't look much better.
Yeah,
Oh, you can get it in different colours. Wow.
yeah, a slightly different logo on each too.
I like the
I mean-
coat the guy has got on at the top.
Yes, that's very cool, isn't it? Yeah, and actually, if you go to products, there's other things that you can buy. The bomber
Oh, yeah.
jacket. The disco animal jacket that wasn't available before.
See, I think
Shit.
That's
they
interesting.
could probably sell a lot of these if they're at a sensible price.
Sure.
But they can't be at a sensible price because it's so niche.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, if you want to get this manufactured, you have to buy
Yeah.
a lot of them or a few of
so
them at a high
it would
price.
cost just to buy it without shipping $264 Australian
Plastic bag.
for a plastic bag.
This reminds me when I think it was
that you'll forget when
Gucci.
you go shopping and you'll have to buy a paper bag
Yeah.
when you get to the store.
Yeah. Gucci did a line of bags that looked like Gucci knockoffs, where Gucci was spelled wrong and things
Oh,
weren't
that's
quite
funny.
right
I didn't
about
know
them.
that. That's funny.
But they still cost what a Gucci bag costs.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
very funny,
god!
I
I'm
didn't
looking
know
at some of the jackets they have on here. €489.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's
It's-
fashion, Luke.
I don't get fashion then.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah, how much you pay for that fancy shirt you're wearing?
Yeah.
$20.
And actually, ironically, most of this stuff you'd look quite good in. You know, you should
yeah.
get this fucking green overcoat.
Oh, that's the one I was just looking at, and I want
Yeah.
it, but there's not a chance in hell. That's like over $1,000.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, follow up. Dropbox gave me my money back for the yearly subscription.
Told you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I did tell you that.
No
yeah, if you
questions
do-
asked. No questions
No,
asked.
Yeah.
I'm starting
I'm
to
sure
see
it
that
happens.
with these
People just
subscription
forget.
things. If you contact them right away and go, "Hey, I didn't mean to," they're sort of good with it now. I think because
I think in
they're
Australia they
preparing
might
for
have
the
to.
day when they can't do the
Yeah.
subscription that way.
Yeah.
The money was in my account before the confirmation email was in my inbox. Like it was.
Really?
They must have just done it
That's
at the
how
same time.
they've got a system.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got another one. Oh, push the button.
Yeah.
No, I really do think that they're starting to worry because I think it's something that's going to happen in the future that people are going to crack down on the subscriptions. Like if you're not using it and they just want you to keep taking money because you forget about it, I think they're going to crack down and go like, I think there should be something in place. Like if you haven't logged in for like 3 months, there should be a stop to the auto renew. And I think that's something
Yeah.
that they should look at. For
That's certainly something
send
that,
it- you've
that
gotta
the
send an
pussy
email.
Australian government will bring in. And don't get me wrong, I think they should, but that that's the kind of
well, I think
hand-holding
Europe would
that
do
we
it first.
have. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think it's got to be a requirement you send email. I'm pretty good at keeping
Remembering.
track of them, but I almost got charged something like last week or the week before, and they sent me an email and they said, "Oh, your subscription for this thing that you don't fucking use is going to renew, and I was like, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was like a. Do you know the note-taking app Obsidian?
No.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
like a cool.
I know the
note-taking
volcanic
app.
rock obsidian.
Yeah,
From
kind of
Minecraft.
thing.
Is it that? Yeah.
I was using it for 6
from
months,
Minecraft.
and then they have a sync service, right? And it says synchronize notes between your phone and your computer and all that kind of stuff. And it was on super expensive, and I think I got it on sale. It might have been like Black Friday or something, which is why it was at this time of year.
Not on sale price.
Anyway, I paid for a year of it, and then I was like, I'm just using Apple Notes. It's just easier. Like it's got features that I like and stuff like that, and then just forgot. And then got an email saying your subscription is going to renew. No thanks.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm glad that you emailed me because I'm going to cancel it.
Yeah.
But they're also sort of banking on you getting the email. Oh, I should remember about that, and then you
I should
forgetting
use
to
that,
go back and do it.
Yeah.
It's like gyms, so they want you to
Yeah,
sign up and then
exactly
not go,
same.
and then they make it really hard to drop out. Did I ever tell you about the time I tried to quit fitness first? It's the same thing. So I started it up because I had a trainer. He got sacked, and so I kept going for a bit, but I just ended up not.
Yeah, I was going because of
doing
the
it anymore.
trainer.
Yeah, and then so I went to the gym and they said, "Oh no, you can't resign from this gym. You have to go to our main gym."
But this is where I signed up.
Yeah. You let me sign up here. You let me pay my weekly check here. But then
They're hoping that you'll be like, it's too hard.
Yeah.
well, it was quite hard, right?
Yeah.
I had to take a fucking bus to get there. Then when I get there, they're like, "Oh, you have to see this one specific guy, and he's not here right now." But then I
Fuck
got
off.
fucking irate, and they were like, "Fine, we'll do it." I'm like, "So you can do it."
You can.
I've heard
but-
horror stories about it. I was signed up for Planet Fitness here, and I've heard all these horror stories about it. But I guess because of where I am, and the staff just didn't give a shit.
Do you have
I
to?
said, "I wanna
did
quit,"
they
and
have
they're like, "Sure."
Is that the one that has the lunk alarm?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The lunk
Yeah.
alarm. So it's for the Planet Fitness. It's for people, the average
Like me.
person. It's not
Like
for
me.
bodybuilders
Yeah.
and stuff. So if you've got someone who's lifting lots of weights and it drops or anything,
Yeah, people,
if
you don't let it go.
yeah, it sets off an
Like-
alarm, and then
Yeah.
I'll come home and go, "You got to leave." Because they want the average person in
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
not super fit
Yeah,
bodybuilders
they don't want
and stuff.
They don't want to intimidate people.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Who
They call
rings
it
the
lunk
alarm,
No, it's just automatic. So if his sound over a certain level, the alarm just goes off.
I just had my headphones on, did my circuit. We've got like a circuit. It's basically a bunch of machines in a circle. That's
Yeah.
like a circuit. And then
Once you've done it, you've exercised every muscle in your body.
in theory, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you
That's
do
what
that.
the person, you get a personal trainer with your
And
membership.
I went home and had a cheeseburger.
He personally trained me
And
to
a
just sit
beer.
at each machine and do it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
right,
You're,
yeah.
you're earning your paycheck, mate.
Yeah.
I could have read that sign over there.
Yeah, that's right. I could have used my intuition.
And then I just used the treadmill. And then I got a treadmill. And I was like, problem solved.
I wish I
Oh,
could
I'm
use
just
a
about to
treadmill.
cross out off-duty figure photos
Oh,
and Peep Show, but then I remembered. I didn't remember. I read it here. I also started watching something else this week because for the last 20 years, people have been telling me to watch The In-Betweeners.
Have you not seen it before?
Never seen it. Matt,
I don't
you
even
seen
know
it?
what that is.
The In-Betweeners?
Yeah,
great.
I've heard of it. I'd never seen it. I finally watched it. The first episode, I finally watched it. It's very
Okay.
good. It's very
Yep.
funny. But I'll say this, I wish I'd watched it 20 years ago because it is a bit dated now.
Yeah.
And I laugh in spite of the fact that I'm like, okay, this is very early 2000s.
Right.
I wish I would have found it way cooler if I was their age while I was watching it.
Yeah, Greg
Right.
Davies is the principal. He's great in it.
Oh, I know him from Would I Lie to You? And
Yes, you would.
Taskmaster?
And Taskmaster, yes.
Yeah, I know him.
He was a school teacher, and then this was his sort of breakout career was in The In-Betweeners. And
He
then
was, that's right. I knew that about him. Okay. There you go. That's funny. I've never seen this, but I know who he is.
No, but I think you will like it. It's great. It's only 3 seasons. There are only 6 episodes each, and
if you want to just see some old haircuts,
kids in high school.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's quite weird, and this is a very UK thing, is they go to a school dance, and they're only limited to 2 beers at the dance that they get at the dance from the school.
That's so funny.
Yeah, right.
When they're 16.
16.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how that worked, but because I still think the drinking age there is 18.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is 18.
Yeah. But no, keep watching it. I think you'll like it. But yeah, it's definitely. I think you would have enjoyed it more.
Yeah. So I'm annoyed at myself because literally people have been telling me since this was first on that I should watch it. I don't know why I never did.
No, I love a lot of the UK
Silo
stuff.
season 2. That's all I've been.
Yep, I'm up to date on that.
On Silo? Are you?
Yep, I'm up to date on that. I'm enjoying it, but I'm looking forward to season 3, which is the final season, more.
Just the important thing, we have to watch these because in the past we've not watched season 2 of things we've liked and they've been cancelled. So we've got that's just even if you don't like it, we've got to watch.
No. Yeah. I'm saying I'm liking it, but I see this. I don't know. This season just feels like a filler season a little bit.
Right.
And I think it's because it's following the books.
Yes. You watched season 1, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it would not. It's not a spoiler to say Julia is separate from the Silo at this point.
Yes.
And I think that's why it feels a little weird, is because it's like it's 2 separate stories happening at this point.
Yeah. And I understand like the Juliet side of the story, but there's a lot of it, but it's also let's speed this part
both
up.
stories are good though. Every time it like switches back from one to the other, I'm like, oh, good. Yeah, I was wondering about what was going on.
But I think
it's still good. It's compelling.
They've already confirmed season 3, and they're saying that is the end because that's also that's where the books end.
That's probably good. I think that's probably good too because there is like I think at some point. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on in the law. You know, they've not explained everything.
Nothing.
You know, about the Silo, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know that there's more, and that's it.
And I'm worried that at some point that's going to fall apart because, like, so yeah, I feel like you know when they always try to go to like Lost or something, right? If they try to explain too much, then you go, oh well, now it's silly.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully they don't.
Mind you, the opposite is true. I've recommended on this podcast before the show From, right?
Oh yeah.
I think I'm unrecommending it. And I've
really
season 3.
It's season 3, right?
You know when you're watching, when you're watching
Jenna's
Lost,
watching
and I realised in the other seasons I felt this as well. But they always end on a cliffhanger that makes you want to come back.
Yeah.
Remember when you're watching Lost and you were like, I hope you guys have got all these ideas all sorted out.
Is this going somewhere?
Yeah.
It wasn't. Spoilers.
Yeah. But at least Lost tricked you into thinking that they did. This one, and I was just like, mate, you're making this shit up as you go along. And I know that's the case for just all fiction.
Yeah.
But it just...
Wasn't it also the problem with Lost is that they got a shock about how long it was and they kept getting sort of thrown money at make more, and they're sort of... But
well, even the pilot, I remember J.J. Abrams saying they... were like, it's never gonna pick this up. Let's just put every idea we have in the fucking pilot, and then it got picked up, and they're like, oh shit, how are we gonna?
How do we do this? What do we do with this?
Lost. I'm not saying it's the best show ever because I'm sure if I went back and watched it now, I'd be like, oh, okay, a bit dated or whatever. But at the time when I was watching it,
I really
was like,
enjoyed it.
This is so good, and just when you thought it couldn't get better. It did get better. Like when they started flashing forward instead of back. Yeah. When they fucking moved the island. When you found out why that fucking dude was in the hole. I was like, what? Who writes this? This is fucking incredible.
Yeah, and I know it did fall apart at the end. But for me, like, you can't take the ride away. Kind of thing. Like, I really enjoyed it.
When you found out that other people from the other half of the plane were on the other half of the island. Fuck, it's so good. And these are things, you're like, why did I think of that? Of course there is.
Yeah.
For me, once they were in that kind of prison camp, it kind of started tapering down.
I think the last season with like the smoke monster and everything, I was like, yeah, it's not.
I've seen like 2 episodes.
Did you not watch
good.
that first episode and in the first 1 minute of the first episode go,
Didn't even see the
"Fuck,
first
this is
episode.
good." Man, watch the
think
first episode.
The only episode I think I've ever seen was something about this code that they had to keep pumping in. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the only
very
episode I've
exciting
seen.
if you've seen the first and subsequent episodes.
No.
And then you find out, what's his name? John Locke couldn't walk until the crash.
Oh my god!
All that stuff.
reveal.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That
He was in a wheelchair until the crash, and then he just
but
gets
not
up
on
and
the
he's walking
island.
around. Yeah.
Which explains why in all these episodes he's just fucking walking up to people and standing there like a freak.
Yeah,
Like-
because he can walk.
Of course he can walk.
Oh, yeah, and he
Oh,
gives himself
man.
the watch. I love that. And I know that's a trope,
fuck.
but it's just
Yeah.
really good. There's a
Forgot
watch
about that.
that he gives himself. He goes back in time and gives himself. But like, where did it come from? Because he gave it to
It's a time
himself.
loop, creating a time
Yeah,
loop. Yeah.
yeah, but where did it come from originally? Nowhere.
Yeah, but
he gave it
here's
to
the
himself.
thing. With that space-time continuum, you've got to decide whether you're factoring in a neutral original timeline,
Sure.
right?
Where the
or
watch
whether you're
first
going
came
with
from.
ones where that there was one where it didn't, and then that replaced it on
Yeah,
subsequent.
they just stole it from Red Dwarf.
Or
Yeah.
or that whatever happened in the future always happened in the past,
Yes.
like John Connor being born.
Yes.
There
It was
wasn't a first
inevitable.
pass where his dad was just some other guy.
Yeah, it just always happened.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Always his dad's friend. His friend's dad. What is it? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no. His best friend is his dad.
Oh, is his dad? Yeah,
Is his dad. That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah. That'd be like
You have to go back
that'd
in
be
time
like,
and
it'd
fuck
be like
my
if I
mum.
was if I was like Luke, I'm going to go back in time soon to 1979. What was your mum's address in 1980?
I'm going to tell her that there's a
just,
robot
just so you know,
trying to kill her.
I'll be going back nude. So I'm not going to need clothes where we're
But
going.
the thing is, that's not the case. He didn't go and ask. John went, I need you to go back nude
Yeah.
and look after this
Yeah.
woman, if you know what
Here's
I
an
mean.
address. Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Dad, I mean, what's his
Yeah.
name?
Sorry,
Kyle.
what? Kyle, yeah.
Carl Reese.
We should probably head over to the after party. It's getting on that.
Oh, we probably should.
It's that time.
Oh, wow.
I know, time
Already?
flies.
There's still a lot for us to discuss, so...
There is, but I think mostly, as Dan said, it is going to be a lot of people died. So if you want to hear
let's start there. Let's
all
go
the candidates, Luke's going to decide who was the best person who died.
Yeah.
Listen to departed celebrities and all the reason Luke can come up with as why they just don't deserve this arbitrary accolade.
Yes. Head to patreon.com/multiple nerdgasm for as little as $1 a month. You can support the show financially, and we would really appreciate that. You can sign up for free, and you'll get all the episodes delivered to your inbox, video and audio versions. But for $1, you get the show early, and you get to kind of participate in the community, see some behind-the-scenes stuff from time to time and whatnot. And for $5 a month, you get the after party as well, which is what we were just talking about. We're going to keep talking for, I don't know, 15, 20, 30, sometimes over an hour. Depends.
Yeah.
Just depends.
Yeah. Depends how
That's how we
tired
feel.
get.
What
So
we're
join
talking
us.
about.
Go to patreon.com/multiple nerdgasm.
That's all for this week. Thank you for listening and we hope you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed it then please subscribe in iTunes to receive episodes automatically. We'll see you next time.